Good morning, students. Students, our topic is ratio and proportion. In previous lecture, we'll discuss about ratio and the simplest form of ratio. Now we'll discuss what is proportion. Students, when two ratios having the equal value, then we can say these ratios are in proportion. For example, we have different statements. First is the ratio of rupees 12 to rupees 16. The ratio of rupees 12 to rupees 16. Now write this ratio and convert into its simplest form. That is 12 ratio 16 by dividing 4. The simplest form is 3 ratio 4. Now another statement is the ratio of 6 pencils and 8 pencils. The ratio of 6 pencils to 8 pencils. Now write in ratio form, that is 6 ratio 8. Divide by 2, get 3 ratio 4. In first part, when we convert this ratio in its simplest form, we get 3 ratio 4. Now in second, convert 6 and 6 ratio 8, we'll get 3 ratio 4. So same, the both of the ratios having the same value. So then we can say these ratios are in proportion. So this is a symbol of proportion. Now write these two ratios are in proportion. First we will write ratio 12 to 16. Now put sign of proportion. 6 and 8. It means 12 ratio 16 and 6 ratio 8, both of the ratios having the same value. So it means these ratios are in proportion. In simple words, an equality of two ratios is called a proportion. An equality of two ratios is called a proportion, and we say that the four quantities are in proportion. Clear, students? Now, in simple words, we have two ratios, A ratio B, and second is C ratio D. Now write these two ratios are in proportion. We will write A ratio B, then put proportion C ratio D. Clear, students? Now next is how we can check two ratios are in proportion or not. हम ये कैसे चेक कर सकते हैं कि ये दो रेशियो जो हैं वो प्रोपोर्शन में हैं या नहीं. For this, first we'll find the product of mean terms. Mean terms are B and C. Then we will find the product of extreme terms. extreme terms are A and D. If both these the product of B and C and product of A and D are equal, then we can say these ratios are in proportion. So to check the ratios are in proportion, first we will find the product of mean terms. Mean terms are B and C, and extreme terms are A and D. Rule is product of extremes is equal to product of means. It means B multiplied by C is equal to A multiply D. By using this rule, we can check whether these ratios are in proportion or not. Now students, we'll discuss few questions of exercise 9.2. In exercise 9.1, sorry, 9.2, your first question is check, check whether the given two ratios form a proportion or no. Your first part is exercise 9.2. First question, check whether the given two ratios form a proportion. First question, first part, 4:6 and 12:80. Now first we will write these ratios in proportion. 4:6 proportion 12:80. Now find the product of means and product of extremes. Product of means 12 into 6 is equal to, now product of extremes, 18 multiplied by 4. Now 12 6 is 72 and 18 for 72. The product of means and the product of extremes is equal. Then we can say ratio 4:6 and 12:18 are in proportion. So your answer is yes. It means these two ratios are in proportion. Next is third part. Third part, we have 14:4 and 18:6. Now 14:4 proportion 18:6. 6. Now product of means and product of extreme terms. 18 multiplied by 4 and 14 multiplied by 6. 18 multiplied by 4 is 72 and 14 6 are 84. So product of means and a product of extreme term is not equal. So it means 14:4 and 18:6 are not in proportion. So your answer is no. It means these two ratios are not in proportion. Now students, you will solve part second and fourth and complete question number first. Next is second question. Second question is, first part, write true or false against each of the following statements. First part is 16:24, 16:24, then 20:30. Now check whether this statement is true or false. We will use same method, product of means and product of extremes. If product of means is equal to the product of extreme terms, then we can say this statement is true. If product is not equal, then this statement is false. First, 24 multiplied by 20 is equal to, next is 16 multiplied by 30. Now 24 multiplied by 20 with 480. Next is 16 multiplied by 30 is equal to 180. So product of mean terms and product of extreme term is equal. So this statement is true. Now second part, second question, second part. Now ratio is 16:24, 16:24, then 30:20. Once again, find the product of means and product of extremes. 24 into 30 and 16 into 20. Now find the product. 24 into 3, 72. 720 and 1630, 320. So your answer is false, because product of mean terms and product of extreme terms is not equal. Clear, students? This is first question and second question. Next is third question. Of exercise 9.2. Find which of the following are in portion. Third question, first part. What numbers are 12, 16, 6 and 8. Now first write these four numbers in proportion. 12 ratio 16, then proportion 6:8. Now find the product of mean terms and product of extreme terms. First, 16 multiplied by 6 and 12 multiplied by 8. 6 and 6 are 96 and 12 8 are 96. So product of mean terms and product of extreme terms is equal. So we can write these numbers are in proportion. Your answer is yes. It means 12, 16, 6 and 8 are in proportion. Next is second part, third question, second part. Now your number are 2, 3, 4 and 5. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now first we'll write these numbers in proportion. 2 ratio 3, portion 4 ratio 5. 3 into 4 is equal to 12 and 2 into 5 is 10. So product of mean terms and product of extreme term is not equal. So your answer is no. Next is fourth question. Are the following statements are true or false? Using same method, product of mean terms and product of extreme terms, we'll solve question number fourth. Fourth question. First part is 39 kg ratio 36 kg and 26 men ratio 24 men. First, write these numbers in proportion. 39 ratio 36, portion 26 ratio 24. Now find the product of mean terms and product of extreme terms. 36 multiply by 26 and 39 multiplied by 24. Now students, multiply 36 into 26. The answer is 936. And 39 multiplied by 24, it's 900. So product of mean terms and extreme terms is equal. So your answer is true. It means these two ratios having the same value. Next is second part of fourth question. "45 kilometer and ratio 60 kilometer is equal to 12 hours ratio 15 hours. So 45 ratio 60, 12 ratio 50. Now we have 60 into 12, 60 into 12, and 45 into 15. 60 into 12 we have 720, and 45 into 15 is 670. So these product of means and product of extremes is not equal. So your answer is false. It means these two ratios are not in proportion. Next, last question of this exercise. Determine if the following ratios form a proportion. Also write the middle terms and extreme terms. First question is fifth question. First part, 25 centimeter ratio 1 meter, and rupees 40 ratio rupees 160. Now students, you can so note here 25, this is in centimeters and this in meters. So we want the same unit. First we will convert 1 meter into centimeters. 25 centimeter ratio 1 meter, we have 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter proportion rupees 40 ratio rupees 160. Now 25 ratio 100, 40 ratio 160. Now find the product of mean terms and product of extreme terms. Product of mean terms is 100 multiplied by 40 is equal to 4000. Next is 25 into 160. Find the product. 160 multiplied by 160 multiplied by 25, we get 4000. So it means These two ratios form a proportion. Now middle terms. Middle terms are 100 and 40, and extreme terms are 25 and 160. Now, second question of second part of fifth question. 39 liter ratio 65 liter and 6 bottles ratio 10 bottles. Right, 39 ratio 65, 6 bottles ratio 10. Now product of middle terms, 65 into 6 and 39 into 10. Now 65 into 6, 390, and 39 multiplied by 10, we are 390. So students, product of mean terms and product of extreme terms is equal. So it means these two ratios form proportion. So middle terms are 65 and 6, and extreme terms are 39 and 10. Now students, today your homework is solve exercise 9.2 in your fair notebooks. Thank you. Have a nice day.